tall stacks to head out. Toria Hamill is live at the public landing.
Our very special Tall Stacks weekend is drawing to a close, and I think as we see the steamships roll out, it's only appropriate we hear America the Beautiful from the Gateway Chorus. Gave us an up-to-date account of the steamships as they pulled past. The spectacle has been so beautiful. The crowds gathered here to say goodbye to the Tall Stacks is really an unbelievable sight. Now, Tall Stacks Steamboats has been a once-in-a-lifetime event, a moment in history that you're going to remember and treasure forever. Thank you for joining us for the departure ceremonies and for celebrating Cincinnati's 200th birthday in style. Good night, everybody.
You know, in this bicentennial year, we tend to take our celebrations by the river now for granted. We've had so many of them, but this is as beautiful as anything as we watch not just the fireworks in the sky and not just the skyline, which we've celebrated on prior occasions, but tonight the river and the boats that are so much a part of our history.
You know, it is like a step back into history. As the sun sets along the river and along the city, then you see the boats leaving. It's very touching. That's the only thing I can say. The boats leaving their big paddle wheels pushing through the water. It's gorgeous.
The river at one time, of course, was our major source of long-distance transportation, and in a sense, tonight, the river is once again our means of transportation, this time as we travel back into our past.
And not only did it transport us back into our past, but it brought us all together. Families, kids on their shoulders, waving at the ships. Those are the kind of visions that I'm going to take away from this weekend.
One of the comments we have heard throughout this weekend, if we've been down here, is the nature of the crowd of people. I mean, this was the ultimate family event.
Absolutely.
And there was just a pride in terms of we've come a long way in this community and in this city, and we've got something very much to be proud of, with this river really being its center.
And we've also come a long way back, bringing the family back together, and that's what this event did. You see, I've seen more strollers here this weekend than I've seen in a long time, and a lot of kids, happy faces, in awe of these humongous boats.
If you think about it, we're tempted to say that, well, this was a great event for Cincinnati and we won't see it for another 100 years, but, you know, maybe some other city will have it. The fact is that isn't the case. What we saw here this weekend, the remaining big stern wheelers, the paddle boats, coming here to Cincinnati, this is the only place in the country that it happens anymore at all. And so what our kids got to see this weekend is something that no one else in the world gets to see, and perhaps not anymore. I mean, who knows if 100 years from now we're going to really be able to do things like this, or whether those boats will be around anymore. But what we saw now is a part of our heritage.
It's a part of the city. It's almost the signature of the city, the river is, and a signature of being a wonderful bicentennial city celebration, which we've celebrated all year long, and we're still celebrating it, and we've got a few more months to go to celebrate. What a party.
Yes, I suspect there's part of each of us that would love to be in one of those boats that are pulling out, not just for a short
I would
trip.
like to take one down the Mississippi or down the Ohio. It would be wonderful.
But we don't have time right now because, you see, we got to stick around here. We've got another hour of show coming your way on the Tall Stacks 88, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tall Stacks is presented by the Greater Cincinnati Bicentennial Commission in celebration of our city's 200th birthday. The commission was formed in 1983 with a specific set of goals: to create a permanent legacy, to create a celebration involving area residents, and attract tourist and national attention to our city. Lasting reminders of this year's celebration: the 22-acre Bicentennial Commons, improvements to the Commons Eggleston Avenue entrance, the 4-mile River Walk, and the new Museum Center at Union Terminal. Projects representing nearly $65 million worth of capital improvements. In addition, over $1 million was raised to present over 40 different educational, community, and cultural programs. None of this would have been possible without the support of the greater Cincinnati business community and countless thousands of you who have given over 1 million hours of your time. Our thanks to all who have given generously so that greater Cincinnatians and visitors from all over the world can celebrate 88. A message from the Greater Cincinnati Bicentennial Commission.